Hey traders, welcome to another video. My name is Andy Demi from the London Trading Institute, and today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin, and specifically we're going to be looking at the technicals. And we're going to be discussing basically where do I think Bitcoin is going next. Is this another bull trap here, guys, or is this market finally ready to go back up? It's been a long few months, and some poor people that bought at the very highs must be suffering. If you bought up here, you must be suffering. But what I'm going to share with you, no matter where you bought Bitcoin, the most important thing to remember is we are in this for the long run, okay? And we believe here at the London Trading Institute, and my personal opinion, that Bitcoin is going to be here to stay, and it's going to basically go much higher than where we've been before. So now the question is, though, is it ready to go up right now, or is this another trap? Are we going to go and take out these lows and go lower? Well, let's discuss what's going on. So let's take a look, guys. So let me bring in my pen. And whilst I do that, guys, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, okay, if you're new to us, okay, so you get these videos in the future, and hit the bell notification so you get notified. Also, do like our videos if you're enjoying our content, because it helps us get it out to more people, and it helps the channel grow and spread the love out, let's say. And we thank you, and thank you for all your comments and messages that have been coming in. Really appreciate them. Keep them coming, guys. Comment below this video too. Let me know your opinion. What do you think is going to happen in Bitcoin? Are you buying right now? Are you staying on the sidelines? What are you doing? Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to come back to you. And I will respond to your comments, guys, personally. Now, let's talk about a couple of little things that I want you to notice here. So, as we've kind of said before, this kind of price action here has got some similarities to this price action here, but there's one difference. This price action here has not broken the lows. In fact, you can see that this was trending up, this was trending down, which is why, I kind of thought, well, maybe this market might just do something similar here, take out the lows, and then potentially go higher. Okay, that's something I had in my mind. Okay, that we might do that, and markets like to reverse like that, as I've kind of stated, up here, where the market made that higher high and then reverse, and made that higher high and then reverse, and made a higher high and then pulled back. We haven't really done that here. We haven't done that, which is interesting. Okay, which is interesting. But and look, nothing's out of the equation, but certainly the market has showed some good strength right now. What I like, let's talk about the positives. What I like is we are above these moving averages. Okay, so that's a bullish sign. We're above the 200, we're above the 50. The price is looking good. Okay, and if we kind of zoom in, you can see we're just holding up at the moment, a couple of high test bars, and we're just consolidating right here before the next move. Okay. Now, if we take a look at what a bullish sign looks like, well, one of them is going above these moving averages. But if you kind of look back over here, you can see that the market actually was above the 50 moving average and the 200. Probably here is a similar kind of space. Okay, let me redraw it. So about here. Okay. Now, if that's the equivalent of where we are right now, so we've had this really nice run, and similar here, we've had this nice push, okay? And if you notice back over here, that massive push, that big push there, is what took out these highs, okay? Before pulling back into the moving averages and then going higher. Well, similarly, this big push up here, notice how it also took out these two highs. Are we now going to do something similar? Are we going to pull back into these moving average similar to here? Last time it did it onto the 50. It could do something similar. And what is interesting right here, guys? If I just show you something, if we take a horizontal line and we plug in a horizontal level there, if you have a look, this is not a bad level. And look, you've got resistance there, you had support, you had some price action there, and some resistance here. This is an interesting one, right? Because if it follows what it did there, a pullback into this sort of area here, 42,000, would look like a very nice buy, especially if we are looking to repeat, what we did there, okay? And what you can do is you can also just make a projection like that. So you could take, let's get rid of these for a second. So you could take this move up. In fact, I'm going to also measure this move here as well. And see how these compare. So how does that compare to the current move? So that move there was a little bit higher, which is interesting, which takes you up to these highs, which you can see is quite a good level. So I quite like that. I like 51,500. That looks like quite an interesting level to me, okay? Because it's also a really key resistance area there. And look, you can see the market really likes that level. So I'm just thinking here, are we going to push up, towards those highs? Maybe just carry on, hit 51,500, and then maybe pull back, and we'll see where that 15 is. Maybe it'll be a little bit higher in that case. And if we just take, as an example, notice it depends where it goes. But if we take that, as potential areas, like if it's going to pull back from here, that takes you back towards here, 42,000, which is the level we were talking about. If, however, the market carries on and just the momentum pushes on forward, well, in that case, we could take the same pullback line and project it from here. And look at that, and look at where it takes you. Then I would say this area here would be your buy area. So for me, if this is going to carry on higher, I think 51,500 is going to be resistance. And then we could look for a potential pullback to match this move here before potentially then going higher. Now, if I just take this move here and we use that as a potential projection, that takes me to about 57,300, okay? And obviously, if I take it from this level, it takes me a little bit higher, okay, towards 60. So for me, this block here looks like a really nice target. And you can see the market really likes this zone as well. That looks like a really nice target zone for Bitcoin. Now, whether it's going to pull back here or here, for me, I think it depends on what happens next right now. If the momentum continues and we push up, I think buying around 45,000 and some change with a target of between 58 and 60,000 looks to me like a really nice potential swing play on Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to show you one other thing here as well. So let me just clear these drawings out. I did a little projection, and what I like about this, in fact, let me just put those, hold on, let's do this properly. So we said this area here, down to 50, so about there. Now, I did a little bit of a slightly different Fibonacci projection. So taking this here and then projecting it from this move here, what I found really interesting was this, the 1618 target basically so the 1618 brings you into this area here, which is 58,000. For me, there's a lot there's a lot of interest up here. I like this area as a target area, and then I would be cautious at that point. Okay, I think in this area, I think a lot of profit taking will take place. I don't think it's going to be a smooth, hey, we take out the highs. You can see if I just carry this line over, this is a real key interest. So for me, right now, with what we're seeing on Bitcoin, it looks like the momentum is to the bull side. I'd like to see the 50 EMA cross the 200. Okay, for me, that would give me a lot more confidence. You can see once we had that crossover here, okay, the market pushed higher, then it came back to the 200 moving average and then exploded higher. And we might do something similar. So if the market pushes up, maybe the cross will happen. Then maybe if it repeats what it did here, we'll go back towards the 200, which is currently sitting around that kind of 45,000 area anyway, or just below it, which will be slightly higher by the time that happens. And that would represent a really nice buying opportunity. Either way, guys, right now, by taking out these highs, we're above the moving averages. Certainly, I am in favor of the bull side. Even if we do pull back, I think as long as we don't close below 42,000, I think look, if I just take that horizontal level here, in fact, I'm going to change 42,000 looks like a good buy area, but I think as long as we don't close below this area here, which has really been a really nice recent resistance point and a really nice demand zone. I really like this zone here a lot. I think we must stay above that. As long as we are above that, guys, I think we go higher. Otherwise, if something major happens and we go and close below that, I can see a similar scenario here where we take out the lows and then eventually we potentially go higher. Hope you found that useful, guys. Don't forget to like our videos if you enjoyed that content piece. And don't forget to comment. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think Bitcoin's going to do next? That's all from me today. Have a good one, guys. Good trading, good investing, and I'll see you soon. Take care.